And we're live. Mr. Rick Magennis, I hope I got your name right. Welcome to the
You
show.
did. Yeah,
You
you
did.
nailed it.
Excellent. Yes, so I know what it feels like to have a difficult to pronounce last name, spending my life like you spelling it out. And so we are talking about affiliate marketing today, not something that people hear about very much in the e-commerce world, although it's absolutely shouted about in the information marketing world, right? So interesting topic.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. E-commerce and affiliate marketing. Uh, the reason why it's not well known is beyond me. It's it's such an important part of marketing and really something that all brands should be doing just because of the performance based model of it. It's something I'm trying to get the word out there because it's an under leveraged marketing tactic.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's one of those things that I've heard about from one of the smartest people I know in e-commerce, who happens to be in one of my masterminds. He's been around for a while. He's done various different sort of business models with e-commerce, but all of them pretty high level. And yeah, they've been looking into affiliate marketing in his company pretty hard. And it turns out that some of the very big players out there take it very seriously. Whereas I've never, to be honest, heard anyone talk about it in a sort of podcast that is geared to Amazon or Shopify. I'm sure it's done. Now I'm looking for it. The reticular activation system will going beep beep, and I'll hear 10 next week. But I don't think it's as talked about as anything else out there. And so I'm really delighted to be talking about this. So just for anyone listening, first of all, if you're listening live or afterwards, feel free to comment, say hello. If you are listening live, do let us know where in the world you're listening from. Always interesting to know the geography of the audience. And then if you've got any questions for Rick, obviously valuable possibility to get some answers from an expert. Do pop them in the comments, either live or afterwards as well. We'll come back to you, in the future days if it's not live comments and questions as well. So other than that, though, folks, what we're doing as ever is we're recording a podcast live. So we're going to do that as an artificial little segment in the middle, and then we'll wrap up any questions or comments you got at the end. Right then, Rick, are you ready to plunge into the podcast?
Let's go for it.
Let's do this thing. Ladles and jelly spoons, boys and girls, Mr. and Mrs. Mayor. Can't think of anybody else comic to call out, so we better get on to the next. That's too much. I'm going to do that again. Ladles and jelly spoons, boys and girls, welcome back to the 10K Collective podcast, the place to be for 6, 7, 8-figure Amazon sellers. And these days, I always add, and e-commerce sellers, because those who've been on Amazon forever are rapidly discovering they need to get something else built pretty rapidly these days. So Rick Magennis is with us to talk about affiliate marketing. Rick helps brands scale their businesses through what he calls performance marketing, otherwise known as affiliate marketing, and it also helps people set up and manage those programs. So exciting topic, Rick. I'm really glad you can make it. Welcome to the show.
No, I appreciate you having me, Michael. It's like we talked about before. It's an under leveraged marketing tactic, and I'm glad to be able to share my knowledge and get people on the affiliate marketing train.
Absolutely. So let's talk about, first of all, why should we even be considering this? Surely this is a very complicated sounding thing. It's automatically sounding a little bit more complex or more alien than Facebook ads or Google SEO or whatever else if you've got direct to consumer sites. So why is it important to even consider this?
The main reason why brands need to consider this, whether they're Amazon sellers right now or they have their own standalone e-commerce store, is because of the uncertainty with other marketing channels like Facebook and Instagram. The reach and the people that they can potentially market to is shrinking. But with affiliate marketing, it is a performance-based model, meaning that brands only pay for when a transaction happens through an affiliate. So they may have to invest some money to set it up and maybe some influencers on the road. But for the most part, affiliate marketing is truly performance-based, meaning an affiliate promotes your product, they generate a sale, they get a piece of the sale. And if that doesn't happen, the brand doesn't pay. So it just baffles me to know that brands are not trying to leverage this marketing channel more, given the fact that there's really minimal out-of-pocket expenses needed to start one up. And given with the budget restraints nowadays and COVID and everyone's online shopping, this past year was probably the best opportunity to get into affiliate marketing. It still is good, but really the past year, e-commerce has grown tremendously, and so has affiliate marketing.
like that a lot. I mean, really, I guess this happens to me a lot when I interview the experts. I'm fortunate enough to interview people like yourself that are very expert, very smart people about something that is related to what I know, but is not very sort of meat and potatoes everyday version of it. And performance marketing sounds like, what does that even mean? That sounds like some strange corporate word. But as soon as you explain what it means is you don't pay until you get a sale, that changes everything because everyone just uses the word PPC, Amazon PPC, PPC. That means pay per click. And I just want to bang people over the head with this a bit. Listen, guys, you're paying for the click, whether or not you make the sale. And I really want to just ham that home because I guess it's so easy to overlook that little phrase. We're used to it, right? But so I guess that's a good enough reason for me to consider affiliate marketing very seriously. So the next question is then, what is it? What does this mean? We've sort of mentioned it's other people get paid when they make you a sale, but let's define it a bit more broadly for us.
So brands, when they start an affiliate program, they're looking for people that are going to love their product and be willing to promote it for a commission. So what happens is brands will set up an affiliate program and then start reaching out to, or what we call in the industry, recruiting new affiliates. So you want to go out and recruit new affiliates that are going to line up with your brand, that are going to talk about your brand in a positive light, that have tried your product, love it, reviewed it. And those are going to be the people you want to be your, I guess, ambassador, so to speak, is a good word for it. So you get them on board, you build a relationship with them, and then you give them the tools they need to promote your product and to succeed. And affiliates that go out and do good work and generate a lot of revenue have the relationship with the brands, but they also know that they are going to be making money for each sale that happens, whether it be a percentage of rev share, so it's a percentage of the sale, a flat rate. It doesn't matter. The affiliates, they have to understand that it's a team. It's not just an affiliate is another person. They're really an extension of your team, and they are talking about your brand. And you want to make sure that the people that are doing that, or the companies that are doing that, align with you. And that's a common issue, is people have a misconception of affiliate marketing as like sleazy and slimy, just because there's a few bad apples out there. But
I was going to talk about that. I mean, I guess this is something that there are a couple of things. I don't necessarily, by the way, buy into all of this, but I know that a lot of people listening right now, because of conversations with a lot of Amazon sellers, especially the serious ones who've been pitched to high heaven, shall we say, by everybody in the world of every form of marketing. The reputation of affiliate marketing isn't great in the information marketing space, right? So you were about to address that, but I just want to flag up the fact that we need to knock that one down really strongly, because I think it's a big mental barrier to people considering it. So yeah, how do we knock that one down?
Yeah, the information, you can absolutely. The information sector and the e-commerce sector, I don't like to lump them together because they are totally different. The information sector, you're right, it does have some negative connotations to it. There are some tactics that I don't really agree with that happen. Some people promoting brands that I really don't think should be doing so. But then on the e-commerce side, it's different, because you have more, you have, I guess, more flexibility in who you can work with, and there's more affiliates out there for these type of products, and they range from bloggers to reviewers to comparison websites to coupon sites to paid search, social media, email. So there's so many different ways that you can go about doing this in the e-commerce space that I don't think is talked about enough, because of the other scenario where you got some bad apples and everyone does research and they see affiliate marketing, and then the bad stuff comes up, but it's really none of the positive stuff on how the industry is growing. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it's growing every single year. So there's a disconnect but I believe that the positives are going to soon outweigh the negatives, just because of all the people in the industry that are championing it and bringing it to the forefront, and really separating e-commerce from the information piece, because e-commerce is, as you know, totally different than the information space. You market it differently, and
Yeah.
it's just a totally different beast. But yeah, you're right. There is some negative information out there, but e-commerce, since we're talking about like Amazon sellers and things like that, that's primarily where this conversation should be. The affiliate marketing space is hotter than ever, and more brands are jumping into it every day. They may not be jumping into it on the big, large affiliate networks, but they're getting into it. They're understanding the value it brings, and they understand that in the long term, this could be a marketing tactic or channel that drives a significant amount of their revenue.
Great. Well, look, thank you so much for all of that, because I think the people often in business, in life, throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? That's something very, very valuable is tainted by association with something that quite rightly they perceive as not good quality, but we need to separate them out. So thank you for that. Now, I guess another question I had, which is maybe a question in the listeners' minds, is, isn't this just for information marketing? I think you've kind of blown that out of the water. So do we need to even address that? If so, what are your thoughts on that?
No, I think we talked about it enough, but I just want to point out that e-commerce, with the way it's going right now and the trajectory it's on, there is absolutely no reason why brands, no matter what you're doing, whether you're selling just on Amazon or have your own D2C or Shopify website, whatever it may be, there's no reason why you shouldn't be in the affiliate marketing game. It's revenue that can be added to the bottom line, and e-commerce isn't going anywhere. So it's one of those things where if you think you're late to the show, you're not, but you want to get on now while it's really in its infancy stage, because affiliate marketing is fairly young. It's only like 20 years old compared to other forms of marketing. So it's just beginning, and it's evolving. Technology's coming in, and we may talk about it later, but the perception that affiliate marketing is like coupon oriented, or there's a lot of voucher codes. That's another thing that we're gonna try and dispel, is affiliate marketing is not just about that. There's other ways to grow an affiliate program, and I'm sure we'll get into it, but I didn't want to go into it right now.
Thank you. Well, okay. Well, yeah, we should talk about how to set it up. I mean, I think one question. So we're just talking about the basic overview in this sort of episode, and we're going to talk in a minute. We'll probably separate that discussion out for the podcast of how to do it. But I think the why question, or should I even do it, is sometimes the most valuable thing you get from a podcast, because I guess you're not going to learn in 30 minutes how to do what you guys help people do, right? Just bam, bam, set everything up. But what you can do is get into exploring it. So if nothing else, if we could sell people the concept, I think we've done a job. So another question that springs up is obvious then to me, which is, when do you start? Do you need to have, because you mentioned that the affiliates, and I am in the information marketing space, so it's different, but I can say from the point of view of the affiliates selling other people's programs, I have about 80 affiliate relationships at this point for the podcast and related, channels. And I have to say that I'm always a bit wary of putting any sort of marketing dollars or big push behind something that hasn't got a proven product, because I don't want to recommend something I don't believe in, and hasn't got a proven conversion, like its sales pages and everything else, the conversion machine that I'm plugging into. So I'm presuming that means it can be a little bit too early to start an affiliate program. So where is that point, that sweet spot where it's the right time to start, and when is it too early?
Yeah, so I get this question a lot, and a brand, it's really up to the brand, but they can start an affiliate program from day one when they launch their website. But the issue with that is the brand doesn't have awareness. You talked about it, the conversion rate, we don't really know. So things like that. So what I recommend is at least proving the concept, or proving the product can sell, have a conversion rate that is acceptable, because what happens is affiliates will come on, and if your conversion rate's horrible, they're going to just leave and go somewhere else and promote a product that actually converts. So you want to have a product that has a little bit of awareness and that sells, but also the conversion rate. I think that's the most important part. It's just without those, you really are going to be just treading water and probably coming to the point where you're saying that affiliate marketing does not work. But the reason why it doesn't work is because you didn't really do it properly. So I like to say it like that.
Yeah, you put it well. It's not that affiliate marketing doesn't work, you've done it badly. But that's true, by the way, pretty much, to be fair to any traffic or conversion or any other sort of mechanism. Anything done badly is going to get bad results. But I guess when something's unfamiliar, I guess the thing about affiliate marketing that's interesting, let's talk about that then, implied by what you just said, is really that if you put something out there and you got pay-per-click advertising, you can see impressions data, you can see clicks, and look, maybe you're not getting conversions, but you're getting some kind of data. And by the way, that's very seductive, and that can lead you to spending huge amounts of money with zero return. But at least emotionally, it feels like something's happening. And I guess in terms of data gathering, you can at least see impressions and clicks. So then you can work on the offer if it isn't converting. So with affiliate marketing, my immediate thought is, oh, I'm driving blind, I don't get to see all that stuff, and therefore I can't see, you get the dangerous crickets and no information to learn from. So how do we deal with all that sort of head trash I've just expressed?
Yeah, no, that's basically what it is. It's head trash. And the affiliate marketing industry has evolved over 20 years, and the tracking and analytics and attribution has come a long way. And any affiliate program that starts, no matter if it's on a major affiliate network or a SaaS platform, there are tracking and analytics built in that you can see those same things you talked about with the pay-per-click. You can see what affiliates are driving traffic, how much traffic are they driving, what the sales revenue is, what the conversion rate is, average order value. You can see all that broken down by affiliate. So that's something that is also a myth or misconception, that the data is really not there. But the data is there, and it's high quality data and reliable data, and it's data that I use every day in my business to help brands scale the program. Because what you do is you use that data to develop your strategy, and without that, you're just going blind. But yeah, the information there is really, you can set up whatever you want in terms of the data that you can pull back from the affiliates.
That's an interesting point you just made, actually. I mean, first of all, yeah, so it's just head trash. You get as many metrics as you get with PPC. But I guess the second thing is what you just said. You can set up different data. I guess that Facebook or Google ads or Amazon ads, and goodness knows, Amazon ads give us quite a lot of data compared to organic Amazon ranking, which is truly awful data. I mean, they have everything. They share very little as for third-party sellers. But I guess what you're saying with affiliates is that you have more control, you can get more granularity. Is that accurate?
Yes, you can. You can get down to you can do ROAS per affiliate. You can do ROAS per group of affiliates. You can do total spend as a percentage of your entire marketing budget. You can literally anything you can think of is out there. It's fair game, and I like to just say that the reason why these misconceptions or myths are there is because of the lack of education that is out there for brands to do affiliate marketing. And I think the more that like things like this, the podcast that we're doing, and the more people get out there and start evangelizing affiliate marketing, the better it's going to be for brands, and they're going to understand it more, and then they're going to want to try it. Because right now it's they're on Amazon, they're doing well, and they really don't. They know they have to kind of diversify a little bit, but they don't want to take that big leap because it's scary and it's time consuming, and it could not go as well. But if I were a brand right now, which I do have my own e-commerce store as well, affiliate marketing is my number one strategy to drive new traffic and sales. but also it supplements other marketing that you do as well in terms of like social media or even offline PR. It helps in terms of growing that as well. So really, affiliate marketing, what I like to say is it encompasses all marketing channels into one, because any marketing channel can do affiliate. And that's what a lot of brands are seeming to do nowadays. They're taking budgets from other marketing channels and shifting it over to affiliate, because the ROI is so tremendous. And we talked about it earlier with social media. You can spend $10,000 a month and really have no idea where the hell it went.
Yeah, interesting. So I'm taking a lot of notes, by the way. If you can hear me typing, I do apologize. But on the other hand, I just big believe in note taking. If you want to get the notes from the podcast and any links to resources, folks, just go to 10kcollective.com. So, yeah, first of all, affiliate marketing needs more evangelists, particularly for e-commerce. I'm getting that kind of slightly missionary zeal from you, very low key. It's nice. Actually, you're not in my face about it, but I'm getting that sort of sense of mission from you. So I think you are a great evangelist, by the way, for this. But so let's just revisit the question of what is affiliate marketing, because it sounds a lot broader than I thought it was. You just said any affiliate marketing channel, any marketing channel can become an affiliate marketing channel. What do you mean by that? Can you give us some concrete examples so I can begin to wrap my head around this?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll take email marketing, for example. So a brand has their own list and email marketing calendar, things like that. But what they can do is they can have an affiliate that has an email list as well that caters to their audience and things like that, and have them email promos or offers or specific products to their email list. And each time a sale comes in, it will be a commission paid. So they can leverage their list and another list. And some of these lists for that affiliates I've seen, they have millions of subscribers that are ideal for some brands. And it's just incredible, the power of affiliate marketing in terms of email marketing. Then you got paid search. So brands can spend a ton of money a month on paid search, which is absolutely fine. They have strategies in place. They're bidding on specific keywords, but affiliates can also come in and take over the entire strategy if they want, or they can come in and take over with spots where the brand is not currently working in. So, for example, like long tail keywords, there may be some long tail keywords that the brand's not focusing on, where affiliates can come in, bid on them, and generate traffic and sales for them, and they can kind of work as a unit. But the catch to it all is the affiliate is putting up all the ad spend of their own. They're spending their own money, but they're getting a commission. So the risk is really off of you on that, and it's on them. So there's really no reason that I can think of why you wouldn't have partnered with a paid search affiliate if you're taking all the risk and putting it on them and just paying them per sale. Then social media, it's the same thing. Like, people go out and promote products on social media. They throw an affiliate link in there. Boom, it's done. And then the brand can keep doing their social media. So there's so many different ways. And even now there's a cart abandonment solutions that are in the affiliate marketing space, that when a customer leaves the brand's e-commerce page, the affiliate software that they have hooked up will basically set them up like a workflow. Send them an email saying, hey, looks like you abandoned this product, come back and finish your order. And all that is they put their affiliate link in there, and that's it. And if they come back, they get credit for the sale. And that's huge nowadays. And there's so much technology built into shopping carts and product pages that are affiliate oriented. It's amazing. And many people probably don't even realize that they are affiliates. They just think it's part of the website. But affiliate marketing is integrated into just about everything.
Amazing. So I could, but that last one, by the way, I guess I'm not a Shopify based, store owner. So the last one sounds quite complex, but I guess if you're familiar with dealing with cart abandonment solutions, that would make more sense to you. But certainly paid search, email marketing, social media, I get the concept and it sounds like it works really well. So my question then is this, I guess, again, hopefully skeptical, not cynical, which I think is the right thing. So in other words, I need proof, but I'll believe stuff if there's enough proof. And it
Mhm.
sounds really great. It sounds really like when it works, the cash flow is great because you pay people after you've made the sale. So that reverses the usual cash flow where you pay Google or Facebook or Amazon for your PPC, for example, in advance. It also sounds like the risk is on the affiliates, not on us as the merchant. So it sounds amazing. What am I missing here? It sounds almost too good to be true. Where is the downside? I'm looking for the downside. There's got to be one because otherwise it wouldn't be the real world. What am I
Well,
missing?
well, you're not missing much. Basically, what you said is true, but it's not as easy as it sounds. Otherwise, everybody would be doing it. Everyone would be millionaires. Everyone would be just in the affiliate space. But it takes a special kind of skill set to be an affiliate. You can't just say, "Hey, I'm going to go bid on these keywords today and hope for the best." It just doesn't work like that. You have to have a background in this. Um, the the thing with affiliate marketing is that the brands uh, take the risk as well. There's a risk for the brands because they're bringing on basically unknown people that are going to be promoting their brands. They really haven't done a full background check. They've checked them out and seen what they do and how they do it. But affiliate marketing, there are bad apples, and there are people that are looking to just make as much money, and there could be some funny business going on. But for the most part, the brands just take on the responsibility of their reputation being at stake, and ultimately that's the most important thing to a brand is their reputation, because if the reputation is shot, they might as well just close up shop and give it up. So the affiliates take on the risk of the upfront cash that they have to do to set up these campaigns and to do things like that, and then hope that they're skilled enough to recoup that and make a profit on the back end of sales. But the downside is for the brands is just the reputation. If a couple of these affiliates do something illegal or unethical, it could cause big problems for them.
Weirdly enough, I feel happier because we found the problem. Now, that doesn't mean that I like problems or I'm really cynical, but I just want to know what they are so we can evaluate the pros and cons of different
Yeah.
traffic sources, different sales methods. So that's good to hear the reality of it. So I guess two things. I mean, first of all, we ought to talk about how to mitigate sort of risks around reputation and bad actors. But before that, just the sort of financials of it. Um, my understanding for something like, and this is in the information marketing space, so I wanted to sort of see how far this can become a problem in the e-commerce space. Andre Chaperon, who's an email marketing god, really, and very low key guy, is very, very down on the traditional information marketing affiliate driven launch program because apart from burning people out, which is pretty major reason, is that the profits you get from it can be tiny. You know, two comma not referencing any specific people, but they know who they are from this. The two comma club means it's revenue based. So maybe you've done $1 million launch, but you personally taking home $40,000 or something, having risked your marriage and brought your first heart attack forward 10 years. This is like super skeptical, but so is that a danger in the e-commerce space? And if so, how do we make sure that doesn't happen?
Well, yeah, obviously profitability is the key to everything. You're not going to start up a program and say, hey, I may be in the negative this month, or I may be positive. Again, you want to set it up so that you know that for each sale you're not losing money. So what I tend to do with clients and what my company does is we do like a competitive analysis to find out what the competitors are doing, like how much they're paying in terms of commission, and then we figure out for the brand that we're working with, their margin. Like we want to find out what's left at the end of everything that we can share with the affiliates. And then we go from there, so that we're not just picking a random number. We're actually analyzing it and saying, okay, there's this much left. We can give X amount to the affiliates, and this leaves us Y% as profit. So I like to say there's no really set commission payout for brands. It has to make sense with your numbers. And if you just pick a number and just pray for the best, you're going to end up in big trouble, and you're going to end up in the red. So you got to make sure that it makes sense with your margins, because you mentioned the launches.
Yeah,
you're paying like 50, sometimes 60%. It's just that may work. It may get some high quality affiliates with good email lists and things like that, and good followers, but you're not bringing home as much. So it's gotta make sense where you can pay the affiliates nicely, but you're also making money as well, because that's the name of the game. You didn't work so hard to build this to not make any money. So everyone's got to win. And if not everyone's winning, then you're doing something wrong.
yeah, you're quite right. And I would say, to be fair and to sort of backtrack a bit, two things. First of all, it's information marketing, which, as you said, works differently, has a bad reputation, and sometimes for a reason. We've all experienced the webinars and the pitches and the email slamming of your list. And I've been involved in that myself as well. And I try to not behave like that now, because it's desperation, really, isn't it? It doesn't work very well.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing is, I guess what I've done is I've bundled together information, sort of affiliate marketing and launches. And it could be that other people out there share my prejudices. So it's probably good to mention it and then knock it down, because a launch isn't the same as affiliate marketing. They're actually separate things, right? And I guess they often bundle together. And I guess in my mind, I'd bundled them a bit. And the third thing is, what you just said about you got to make sure the numbers work and give you a profit. To be fair, applies to all marketing efforts. Most people don't know their numbers, so their PPC is probably losing the money big time on Amazon ads, which is a fairly primitive, simple thing, because you're selling in the same platform as running the ad, so it's at least easier to measure. But most people don't. So that is a problem with any marketing, to be fair. So if you don't measure the return on investment, or whether you actually have any return, that's probably a lack of metrics, right? So that we can't lay that at affiliate marketing's door. You're quite right. So,
well, the thing I wanted to go on that, because
please,
I don't work with clients, or I don't engage with them unless we do that analysis and find out what their margins are, because I don't want to go into a partnership with someone and then down the road tell them that I misled them or I didn't do something right. I want to make sure that from the beginning everything is set up properly, and that we know the numbers, and that we have goals set up for the months down the road, so that we don't hit those situations that you just talked about, where I don't know my numbers, and I spent this much money, and I don't know what I'm going to do now.
Yeah, well, that speaks well of you, and I think that as a coach, I'm beginning to try and do that. I haven't formalized it enough yet, but what you're saying is just making me think that for consultants generally, I think I want to be able to be more concrete about the return on investment that people get from whatever they do with me. And equally, to do that, I need to know their numbers. And the issue that I hit often is business owners, frankly, don't really know their numbers. And I'm not here to criticize. I'm not great at bookkeeping, but it's just one of those things that if somebody doesn't know their numbers, that you have the integrity to just walk away, which I think makes a lot of sense. I guess it's going to make sense for your business as well. You don't want clients that turn around and suddenly are unhappy, right? Now,
Absolutely.
talking of which, sorry, go on.
No, that's absolutely that's it. It's easy in theory, but complex because of the numbers and things like that, where people don't do their own bookkeeping and they don't know. They just know if they don't have any money. They don't know where it goes, or that's the problem. Is this the lack of understanding where their money is?
Yeah, and I guess that you can't solve that for somebody, but at least you sit down with them, which I think is a very rational beginning to a conversation with anyone before they spend money on anything. Now, one other thing that you flagged up that I think we ought to address, and then we'll sort of begin to wrap this one up, because we're going to talk in the next episode about the details of how to go about this. We mentioned risk to reputation from bad actors. So how do we mitigate that? How do we lower that risk as much as we can?
Well, the first thing is in the vetting process at the very beginning of when you're reaching out to these affiliates and bringing them in, You got to do some like detective work up front, do some research on the person, find out what they're into in previous campaigns, things like that. You want to also have software, if possible, that can pick up any bad actors that are doing unethical things, like for example, if they're bidding on your trademark terms or they're using coupon codes you don't want them to use. There's software for that, and it's just you want to have as many like stopgaps in place so that it may be a problem. You may have an issue, which I don't know of any affiliate program that hasn't had an issue ever, but it stops immediately. It doesn't grow into a bigger issue down the road. It ends up costing a ton of money and even costing people jobs. So if you have the systems like vetting the people and companies up front before you work with them, and then having the software to help you understand what these affiliates are doing, you're going to be in a better situation than just doing it just based on looking at a computer screen and seeing like that. Because you're never going to find everything. It's something that I'm very consistent with is the software and finding these bad actors before they become really detrimental to the program.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I guess again, to be fair to affiliate marketing, if you're doing something like trying to get reviews on Amazon, there's huge risks associated with that. Obviously, to your Amazon account and thus to your entire business's existence if you're selling mostly on Amazon. And then also PPC or Facebook problems can I've seen quite frequently with my friends actually running Facebook ads. They could quite frequently get their entire Facebook ad suspended, Facebook account suspended, which is obviously fairly nuclear if you're relying on it for a lot of social media or even contacts like PM. And we PM'd each other before the show, and it did occur to me, I was just having a shave before we got on the show, and I was thinking, yeah, you know what? If Facebook shut my account down one day, I would have to suddenly make sure I've got everyone's phone number. Unfortunately, I've got your phone number, but it struck me that, so there are risks to everything, right? So we've got to put it in context, I guess. It's like with COVID. I mean, again, I'm not careless about risk, nor am I downplaying the risk of COVID, by the way. I'm not a COVID denier or anti-vaxxer or anything like that. But if I were in America, I'd probably hesitate to say that, but I'm British, so I'm like, yeah, do the sensible things, but you have to still to put it in context. And if you're willing to get in the car and drive and risk death, we probably should at some point, with mitigation, with vaccines, whatever, be willing to take risks like that. And now, before we get into a big political discussion, what I'm saying, guys, this is an analogy. This is not actually about, COVID or cars. What I'm saying is there's always risk, is what I'm saying. And so we have to be grown up about that, right? And not be risk averse, but risk aware, I think, and then mitigate the risks. This is why I asked you about the problems. And now I know what the problems could be and how to avoid them a bit. I feel like, I could do this. So look, this feels quite a doable thing. Obviously, people listening, and that definitely includes me, by the way, will be quite excited about this as an opportunity, because at least on paper, the cash flow of it, you pay after the sale. I'm down for that. So you've done a massive event recently, and you've got a great freebie that you're offering us. So tell us about that.
Yeah, so a few months ago, I gathered 20 of the affiliate marketing industry's top thought leaders. We put on an event. It was free for the brands to come and learn and just learn basic topics for brands just starting out, like basic affiliate marketing, and even higher level, more advanced topics as well. So we had 20 speakers talking about that. It was over 2 days. I have for all the listeners here, I'm giving free access to it. If you wanted to buy the recorded sessions, it'd be about $127, but I'm giving all the listeners free access for life. So you can go in there, check out the sessions, and really understand affiliate marketing from basics all the way up to the advanced level. And it's something that the feedback was amazing for this. And with that feedback, I'm actually put into a corner where I had to do another event, because it was so widely accepted and liked that I'm going to be doing another event probably early fall, again, something a little bit bigger, more robust. But But yeah,
Amazing.
this is something that I'd be glad to give your audience.
Well, that's pretty serious value. I mean, like, 2 days worth of stuff. I mean, obviously it's going to take a time to absorb, but I think this is an area that it feels to me it's a whole massive area that, as I said, never heard discussed on an e-commerce podcast. I've discussed so many things with hundreds of guests now and never done it. So amazingfba.com/affiliate. That's AFFILIATE. You better learn to spell affiliate if you're going to get into affiliate marketing. Amazingfba.com/affiliate is where we're going to put that link. That sounds amazing value, man. I mean, that's really generous. So thank you for that. Now, obviously, we ought to give you a chance to tell us what it is you do for e-commerce sellers and business owners. We already mentioned at the beginning you help people set up programs or manage them. Tell us a little bit more about what you do to help e-commerce business owners.
Yeah, so we help e-commerce businesses understand the value of affiliate marketing through affiliate programs. As you said, we help them set them up, and we also come in with brands that have established programs already that are looking to grow it. We focus on 5 main elements to grow an affiliate program. It's affiliate recruiting, so you're finding new affiliates to grow, and you want to have a diverse base. You don't want to have just one type of affiliate. So we go out and find affiliates that cover the whole spectrum for brands. Activation. So once you get those affiliates on board, you recruited them in, they're in. You want to make sure that they stay active, they're sending traffic, they're taken care of. You build relationships with them. The third one is communicating. So you're communicating with them constantly, once or twice a month as a group, and individually as much as you want. And we do that through newsletters with different maybe offers that we're running, different commission bonuses, things like that. So just to keep the affiliates engaged. And then we do the compliance, and that comes back to what we talked about earlier with monitoring. We do paid search monitoring to make sure affiliates aren't bidding on brands' keyword terms and driving up their costs. We also do coupon code. We do social media monitoring as well. So that's part of the compliance. And then the 5th one is optimization. So we're always looking for ways to optimize it and grow it. And we do it by reaching out to competitors and pretending we're an affiliate, getting into competitors' affiliate programs, seeing what they're doing, seeing what's working, what's not, and then try and implement it into the brands that we're managing this program just with their flavor and their style. So the 5 are recruiting, activation, communication, compliance, and optimization. That's what we do for brands on a daily basis.
Nice. I like the structure. It feels very similar, of course, perhaps unsurprisingly, to onboarding staff. And I guess there is kind of an element to which they're kind of an outsourced sales team. So that makes sense, really. Yeah. By the way, I like the reaching out to competitors, what I call mystery shopping. I guess that's the phrase, right? So it's a very intelligent thing to do every so often. I'm quite sure when I look at my email lists or look some of the applications I get for some of the programs I run, I'm like, yeah, I know what you're doing. So it happens, but it's a good idea. I mean, you should mystery shop your own business, of course. That's the other thing that's quite revealing and often quite humbling in my experience, because people often don't know what on earth you do and they're not clear and they don't understand, never mind buy. So it's good idea. Absolutely. Well, look, it's been a pleasure to talk to you. We're going to have a quick talk about how to actually set up an e-commerce affiliate marketing program, the very basics of it in 20 minutes or so. But for the moment, Rick, I just want to say thank you very much for coming on today's podcast and opening certainly my eyes and hopefully the listeners' eyes as well.
I appreciate it very much, Michael. I appreciate the platform, and I look forward to your audience learning.
Thanks, man. Right, so it's the end of episode 1. So if you're listening live, you're probably wondering why on earth we stopped in the middle of a Facebook Live, and that's because we're going to launch fairly swiftly, I guess, into the second half of the podcast. Rick, I'm presuming you're okay for another sort of 20, 25 minutes?
Yeah, I would say, what is it, after 12? So, I got another like 30 minutes the most,
Fab. So let's be nice and efficient, but I just felt like that we ought to sort of wrap that one up. So we'll talk about the basics of how to set up a program, which is a different thing from, should we even bother in the first place? So let's do this thing.
Yeah, I'm ready whenever you are.
Ladles and jelly spoons, boys and girls, welcome back to the 10K Collective podcast, the place to be for 6, 7, and 8-figure Amazon sellers, and more broadly, e-commerce sellers. So we're particularly talking today about outside the Amazon sort of echo chamber, Amazon pond, going as far as your own store, a lot of people on Amazon, of course, as we discussed, Rick, that people want their own store, but they don't know how to build it. And this could be really powerful part of the solution, which is affiliate marketing. So Rick Magennis helps brands scale the business through performance marketing, which is otherwise known as affiliate marketing, and helps with setting those programs up as well. So welcome back to the show, Rick. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Michael. It's a pleasure.
So we've talked in the previous episode about why you should consider this and some of the pros and cons, and concluded it sounds pretty smart, but obviously that brings the question up of how do we go about this? So what's the really basic things that we need to know how to, to do in order to set up an affiliate marketing program that actually produces revenue and profits?
So I'm going to speak to the Amazon seller community right now, and just have them understand that what they're doing on Amazon is absolutely fine, but diversifying and having another outlet for potential revenue in terms of your own website that sells the same product you have on Amazon, but just you're selling it through your own source, which you don't own anything with Amazon. You with your own website, you get all the email addresses, all that stuff. So having your own website and selling products is essential nowadays in conjunction with Amazon. So when you're going to be bolting on an affiliate program to that, it's really not as scary as it sounds. It's affiliate marketing is a strong ROI marketing tactic, and if set up correctly and paid attention to daily, is going to be a significant revenue driver for many brands. They may not understand it now, but once they see it in action, they will really understand that it's very important, and they may actually end up investing more money into an affiliate program versus social media and things like that, because we talked about it in the previous episode that this is a performance-based marketing strategy. So you are setting up an affiliate program on your website, you're recruiting new affiliates in, but you're only paying those affiliates when they actually generate revenue for you. So that it's a beautiful thing where you're relying on them to drive traffic. They're spending their own money to drive traffic to you, and you're just giving them a piece of the pie when it actually converts. So it's really like a no-brainer. But the issue is the comfort level from having an Amazon store than to having a Shopify store or WooCommerce store, whatever your platform you choose is fine. But the point I'm making here is you should have both Amazon and a freestanding store. And on the freestanding store, you should have an affiliate program bolted on, because if your products are selling on Amazon, they're going to sell on your e-commerce website. You just it's going to be different. There's the infrastructure is different versus Amazon versus like Shopify, for example. But you will own everything. You own the emails, and you'll own everything. You'll own all the information you need to market to them later. So affiliate marketing is a piece of it, but the benefits are a lot stronger than many think.
Yeah, and I guess one of the things you just put your finger on, one reason why we need to be not just on Amazon, I was going to say not on or off, but both and, not either or both and, as Tim Connors would put it. Yeah, so we're going to be on both. One of the reasons is because we want that customer data. But having got that data, most of us don't really do anything with it. Or if we do, we contact people, and maybe we run those rather desperate coupon code driven sales in order to get engagements. But of course, that's not highly profitable, and it's not a very monetizing use of a list. So I guess what you're talking about as a whole more is a much deeper level of monetization. So let's talk about this then. So we've talked about why we should do it in detail, but how do we actually start? What's the simple starting point for this?
So if you decide that you want to have an affiliate program for your products, the way to start is to find out a little bit about your competitors, who they are in the e-commerce space, not Amazon, but just in general in e-commerce. Find out if they have an affiliate program. You want to find out where their affiliate program is being set up and housed. So that could be a large affiliate network like CJ, Impact, ShareASale, like that, or it could be on a SaaS platform that is basically just a monthly fee for access to their tracking, and you can recruit new affiliates and track them in there. That's the least expensive option, because with the affiliate networks, they typically charge a setup fee, and some of them are in thousands of dollars a month. And then they take a percentage of the sale too. It's typically 20%. So right off the bat, the sale is 20% to the network, and then whatever you're paying the affiliate, and then whatever's left is yours. So that option of the affiliate networks is probably later down the road when you can really say, okay, it's working. This SaaS platform is good, but we want to scale and we want to move to a network. So you want to find that out, but also you want to find out the competitors, what they're paying their affiliates. That's going to go a long way in determining your strategy, because you don't want to just make up a commission number, because it could be too low or it could be too high, taken away from your profitability. So you want to see what your competitors are doing, and then take that number or that average and see how it fits into your margins, and then go from there. Because what I like to do is come up with like a default rate, and then what we do is we have a escalator that increases commissions based on sales revenue for affiliates. So for example, they started at 10% and they can go up to a maximum of 15% per sale based on certain revenue thresholds they hit. So not only are you competitive, but you're also giving affiliates more reason to promote you, because they know that they can earn 5% more per sale if they hit certain revenue goals. And 5% could be a lot, just depending on the average order of the cart and things like that. So having a strategy and not just setting it up just to set it up is so important. And I think that's what a lot of brands do, is they don't do the proper research up front. And the ones that are successful do what I just outlined. And it really sets them up to be successful and to understand where they can and cannot go with their commission, because a lot of brands go super high with commissions and then they want to bring it down and lower it. And that is just suicide for brands to do that. If you lower your commission, you might as well just forget it. You're never going to grow the affiliate program that way. So that's why I like the tiered approach, where you start out low and then you can tier up from there. So those elements of the competitive analysis, the networks, the commission, finding out what they are all vital to setting up an affiliate program. And then once you have those, then you can actually pick the software or the network, and then actually begin the setup process and begin actually recruiting affiliates.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So start with quality research. I mean, that sounds like any good business project ever. And it strikes me that there's something about the easiness of Facebook ads, Google ads, Amazon ads, particularly, which isn't a coincidence, by the way, but that we should be doing exactly the same before we use those things, but we don't. Why is that? Because they make it easy for us to do that. And the reason for that is because it makes a lot of profit for them. So the fact that you can do it doesn't just because you can doesn't mean you should, right? As they say. So I guess what you're saying is something that all of us should probably do all the time with every sales and marketing channel ever, but you have to kind of with affiliate marketing. So I like that approach. Very, very structured, very business-like. So you've mentioned tech platforms. I mean, it strikes me that is this a valid sort of thought that the big affiliate networks, streams feels a bit to me like if you're a brand owner and you have a big enough margin and you have big enough volume to justify it, you would have a distributor who takes their cut and they sell on to the retailers who take their cut. And it feels to me almost like that kind of relationship that you're talking about with the big affiliate network. Is that a reasonable analogy?
It's similar. So these affiliate networks, what they do is they have some pretty sophisticated tracking, and they have other resources you can access. Like they have some of them have affiliate recruiting sections where you can go and find affiliates within your niche. They have opportunities where you can get brand exposure on the platform. So there's many other options that the larger networks provide, but it may not work for a lot of brands. But the SaaS platforms are growing. There's one called Reversion that that I'm very high on, and they charge, I believe it's $89 a month, and you get access to all their tracking. You get access to a marketplace. You get access to reporting and everything that you would get with the large affiliate networks, but they don't take a cut of the sale, which can be significant because the larger networks, 20-30% is the norm. So if you're already eliminating that 20%, you have room to either compensate your affiliates more, or take that money and invest it more into affiliate marketing, or you can put it in your pocket. It doesn't really matter, but there's different ways you can do it. So when I suggest people starting out, especially when they're coming from Amazon to their own store, I would say the SaaS platform would probably be the best way. And if you outgrow it, that's fine. You can move on to the larger network. But I'd rather see brands start up small and grow out of it quicker than just to set up with a large affiliate network, spend $3 to $4 grand setting it up, and then have it not work out the way they want it to, and then saying affiliate marketing is the worst. I don't know why people do it. It doesn't work, that kind of thing. So that's just my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, well, your 2 cents is worth a heck of a lot because you do this all day, every day. But also, I would say starting small and then ramping up is pretty much the wisest approach. Again, a lot of what you say is just a good business strategy. I mean, strategy is an overused word, to say the least, but I guess often it means good habits consistently applied, right? Start small. If it works, double down. If it really, really works, then ramp it up. And at some point, then there's a step change when you would move from a cheaper solution, but that doesn't scale very well, to a bigger one. So that totally makes sense to me. So now let's talk about the next obvious question, which is affiliates. They're obviously, our salespeople out there. And the way, again, talking about the whole thing, it feels a bit like recruiting a sales team, running a sales team, which I'm vaguely familiar with, having been in sales team. I've never run one, although I was asked once. I was offered to be the assistant sales manager for a double glazing office, and I left at that point because I thought, if I get any deeper into this, I'm going to just learn some horrible hard closing habits. And I'm glad I did, but it gave me a little bit of an insight into the real world thing that helps me get a conceptual idea of something that can feel very abstract in the online world. But in the end, we're looking for people, aren't we? It's not just clicks, it's not just bots. So how do we even start to find, let's assume you set yourself up with an affordable SaaS, like $80 a month. Was it Reversion that you said? That sounds like a good one. So let's assume we've set ourselves up without some things. For example, I use Kartra as a CRM. It has a sort of built-in affiliate thing. Lots of things do these days. So let's assume you've got that in place. You got a product. It's selling well on Amazon. You've got your direct-to-consumer store. You've nailed down some of the messaging, although maybe it needs a bit of cleaning up. In my experience, and it always does. But let's assume that you got your value prop is reasonably clear. You've got beautiful photos. You've got sales. You got a little bit of traction. And you set up the basics of your affiliate program. How do we find our affiliates?
Yep, that's the biggest struggle brands have, is finding the quality affiliates. Because what's going to happen initially when you set up an affiliate program, no matter where it is, the coupon, voucher, deal code sites are going to find you. They're going to want to be a part of your program. And for the most part, most of them you can live without. There's only a few of those that I recommend working with because they have a reputation, they have a good audience, but most of them are just not worth it. So that's what's going to happen. You're going to see a lot of those kind of affiliates join the program or want to join. You can decline them if you want, but in order to go and actually, I'm going to back up. So the old saying is, you build it, they will come. It doesn't work with affiliate marketing. The high quality affiliates that you want are not going to just show up knocking at your door. It's just nice to think that, but the ones that are really high quality are out promoting other brands. So you got to go out and find them. You got to figure out who they are, like who you want to target. So for example, I'll use my e-commerce store, for example. It's eco-friendly fire pits. They're indoor, outdoor fire pits. So I want to find out, who do I want to promote my products that are going to move the needle and that are not going to just come in and just do nothing. So I'm looking at review websites, like blogs or websites that are reviewing similar products to mine, but also maybe like outdoor backyard magazines or home decor, interior design, like those type of things. You want to find uh, a niche of potential partners and really dig into that, because there's unlimited amount of potential affiliates out there with terms of websites. So you just simple Google search, just type in like backyard decor blogs. You'll get a ton of results. You got to go through each one, find out if they'd be a fit for your product. But what the brands be able to understand is that, yes, there is manual work involved, and you do have to go through these websites, find out if they're going to be good or not. And that's where I see the fall off, is the brands don't want to keep going and doing the manual labor to find those good affiliates, because it's more of a quality over quantity game here. You don't want to find 1,000 affiliates. You want to find 50 really, really good ones and have them promote your brand. So you want to niche down, find the ones that you want to work with, reach out to them, and then from there you can. There's software out there that you can go find similar websites to that. You can go find YouTubers that are doing something similar. You can even go to a software called SEMrush, SEMrush. You can go to that, find out websites that are similar to that. You can also find backlinks, people backlinking to websites that you're looking to get on. So there's so many different ways to do it. It's not just one way, but like I said, the brands just don't take the extra steps to find them. And then it comes back to them saying, I can't find good affiliates. So affiliate marketing doesn't work. And that's the unfortunate part is.
Yeah. And it strikes me that, again, to be fair to Google, Facebook, Amazon, the main ad platforms that we would work with, they're offering a pre-packaged solution, and Facebook in particular is very, very good at homing in on particular kinds of people, and Google is very good at responding to particular kinds of search, and Facebook and Amazon knows who's buying stuff. So they do provide a valuable service. Once we emerge blinking into the sunlight to create our own, we're kind of almost creating, it's a bit like the difference between tapping into a ready-made phone network versus, going out, measuring the ground, digging a pit and putting our own lines in. It's a bit like sort of creating the physical infrastructure, right? This does feel very manual. So you've talked a bit about using software to scale. How do we make it more, and I guess the first thing to say is quality, not quantity. If you're trying to find 50 quality people, that's a doable thing. How do we make this more manageable so people actually go away and do something about this, apart from working with you, which is like a very smart thing at this point, because it does sound quite full on. But assume we're going to DIY it for now. Can we start? Is it valid to even sort of start with 5 people or 10 or 10 relationships? Is that going to move the needle enough to be worth trying for? And if so, how do we go about that in a manageable way?
Yeah, absolutely. There's affiliates out there that some affiliates alone drive hundreds of thousands of dollars a month to brands. So having a small number, starting out small, is always good. 5. The key with those 5, if you're going to do 5 or 10, is not just to get them in and give them what they need, but build a relationship with them. Understand why they're promoting you, and provide them with incentive to keep promoting you. Take care of them as if they are an employee of you, because some of these affiliates are driving a significant amount of revenue, and if they don't feel like they're appreciated, they're going to go to the competitors and start promoting them. So I always tell brands that with the relationships you have or the affiliates you have, build solid relationships with them so that they know you have their back. If something goes wrong, you will fix it, and that if there's opportunities for them to grow, they will be the first ones to know. So starting out small is recommended, but the brands get a little eager and they get a little antsy. They don't like to start out slow. They want to go big or go home, and that's a common thing. But it's also a common reason why affiliate programs don't work, is because they don't take the time to nurture the relationships they have, to build them, and then to have them grow over time, because that one affiliate who's driving $100,000 a month could be driving 200 soon or 300. It's just a matter of finding out what motivates them and what you can do to help them. Because if you don't do that, then that person that's driving 100,000 could go down to 75 to 50 because they found someone else because they weren't being taken care of. So the bottom line is just take care of your affiliates, understand who they are, and just build your affiliate program around the solid base of affiliates to start with, and then you can really scale it out. And then what I always say is you got to have systems in place. You can't just do this willy-nilly. You have to have a recruiting system. Like a person does X amount of outreach, they document it, they follow up, they onboard, and then the process for onboarding affiliates is another thing. So just having systems and processes in place is going to save a ton of time, because what it allows you to do is also, when you start growing and you start hiring more people, you can quickly integrate them into the affiliate program, managing it or helping with an aspect of it by just saying, hey, here's the system for this. This is how we do it. A, B, C, boom. And then they're fine. So having everything documented is also important, which a lot of brands don't do. And that just leads to less time spending with the affiliate program because they're spending more time training or focusing on other marketing activities.
So I guess the downside, the interesting thing about the episodes we're recording is that the upside, the sort of the shining hill with gold on it and angels singing Hollywood style, is obviously that you pay your affiliates after you get the sale, which is just fantastic. I like, lest we forget, this is super powerful. But the reason people don't do it is because it sounds like it's actual work, and we have to build systems, whereas Google has systems for AdWords and Amazon has its system, etc., etc., etc. Facebook kind of feels like it's got a system for social media, although I think most of the metrics there, frankly, are just there to make you feel like you're doing something good. I think it's like those children's Fisher Price toys where you're sitting there moving the steering wheel. It's not attached to any wheels. It just feels good. So I would argue that the metrics we get given by people are often there to make us feel good, whereas what we got here is some actual getting your sleeves rolled up. I can just say briefly, as an affiliate for about 80 merchants, and it's in the information marketing space, there's a different thing that and no offense to the people who are the exception to this, but most people do an astonishingly bad job of managing those affiliate relationships. Now, I'm not a big mover or shaker for any of them, so I'm sure they treat, I hope for their sake that they treat their really serious affiliates better than they treat me, but most of them just stick me on an email list, autoresponder without permission, strike one. And it's for Amazon sellers, strike two, because yes, I sell on Amazon, but the reason we have a relationship is because I'm an affiliate for you. But most of them don't even put me in an affiliate program. Those who do just bombard me with information. They don't ask me, how are you doing? They don't ask questions, and like they don't get open conversations. So I would say that the opportunity out there to do a better job than that is just wide open. Now that's in the information marketing space. Is this the sort of thing that you see in the e-commerce space as well, or is it just me?
Well, I think that what happens is a lot of brands just because what happens is when you get into the affiliate program, you are giving permission to be contacted by the brands, but you can opt out if you want. Not many do, but the affiliates understand that they got to be communicated to find out information about the affiliate program. But having said that, the brands don't do a good job of communicating with the affiliates. They do it willy-nilly. Like every once in a while, they'll reach out to them when they have a special promo for an upcoming holiday, which you mentioned at the beginning. Like, I believe you mentioned it's just reeks of desperation. They have a sale they want to promote, but that's the biggest problem in this whole thing is they don't understand the value of actually finding the affiliates. But when they do find them, they don't bother to do anything with them, and then they wonder why the affiliate program doesn't succeed. So going full circle, the key to this whole thing is relationships and communication, and then systems. You got to have all three of those to have a successful affiliate program, and they're not hard to set up, but there is going to be work at the beginning to set up an affiliate program to be successful. And I don't want anyone to think that it's just like you set it up and you just get affiliates and that's it. No, there's things that got to be set up to be you can automate over time, but it does require work at the beginning. And I think once I talk to brands and I go over everything that needs to be done, they get a little intimidated, and then they seem to understand why it's not a cheap endeavor to work with an agency that does just this, to set up an affiliate program, because they preconceive that, oh, they just set up an affiliate program to recruit affiliates, it can't be that much money. But once we start talking to them, they realize that there's a lot of work to this, and it's a very time intensive process. So and that's why we charge what we do. So that's another thing that brands fail to realize as well.
Talking of which, well, we ought to bring this to a close. So I know you've got to dash off and help your clients, but just remind us what it is you offer e-commerce business owners, because obviously it is quite an intensive thing, but with an amazing reward at the other end of it if it works. And you guys are obviously the experts. So what is it you offer people?
So we are an exclusively affiliate program management agency. So we set up and manage affiliate programs for brands. We have a system, going back to the systems, we have a system or systems that allow us to grow and scale affiliate programs for brands through recruiting, activation, communication, compliance, and optimization. Those are the 5 elements involved in any successful affiliate program. And we have systems in place that we implement daily to grow affiliate programs for brands. And any of those 5 are missing, chances are your affiliate program is not going to live up to its potential. So that's what we do every day, and that's what we are going to continue to do. Our systems evolve over time, and as technology evolves, we change it up, but the elements are the same. The 5 elements I talked about are the same, just the way of doing it changes. So yeah, so if a brand's looking to start up an affiliate program, those are the 5 elements they need to really focus on.
Great. So just to recap, so that's recruitment, activation, communication, compliance, optimization. So yeah, a really nice, clean, clear system. I like it already. And all of us would do well to have such a clear framework for all of our marketing efforts, I think. The final thing to say is just to say that I know you had a conference recently where you had, I think, 20 thought leaders in this space, which is amazing. And if you go to amazingfba.com/affiliate, if you're listening, folks, AFFILIATE, amazingfba.com/affiliate, you can get access to that. So Rick, just remind us what we can get there.
Yeah, so you mentioned I had an affiliate program management event. It was exclusive to that in February, where I had 20 thought leaders in the affiliate industry discuss with brands. There was almost 600 brands total that attended, and I talked about affiliate management from the beginner level all the way to the advanced level and everything in between. So what they did is they just showed brands real world tactics that are actually working to grow their affiliate program. And as a part of this, it's going to be 100% free for anyone listening. It was about $127 for the recordings, but anyone listening can get it for free for life, and they can learn from some of the affiliate marketing industry's best.
Yeah, I've got to say that's one of the more generous calls to action we've had here. It's not just a little cheat sheet, although that can be valuable. But in this case, that's a huge chunk of information. So I guess that there's going to be stuff there that's for those who are, I'm imagining the vast majority of people listening will be early doors. So that information that's there for the beginners will be really, really helpful. Yeah. Well, listen, Rick, we must let you go and help the world and evangelize for affiliate marketing. Really interesting insight. I like the reality checks that we looked at, but also the size of the opportunity here, and the fact that most people aren't bothering to do it because it's hard to a degree, but massive reward on the other side. I love those opportunities because that means that the competition's always going to be lower. So this sounds like a fantastic potential competitive advantage to me. Just remains for me to say, Rick Magennis of Affiliate Marketing Program. Is that right? Is that the main thing? Affiliate Program Management. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
I appreciate it, Michael. Thanks for having me.
Great. So those of you listening live, thanks also for being with us live. We haven't got any questions that have come up, I think, at the moment, possibly because you're sitting there absorbing all this good stuff. There's a lot to take on board. But great stuff, Rick. Thank you so much for joining us on the live as well.
No, I appreciate you having me. Thanks so much. It was fun.